Hey there, and welcome. I want to give you a clear picture of where we're headed in the course. We're going to follow a three-step roadmap for learning to navigate our emotions, which is designed to help you move from feeling hijacked by them to feeling more grounded and in control of them. So here's the journey we'll take together. First, we're going to get a deeper understanding of how emotions work, why we have them, and how to catch them before they overwhelm us. And then we'll learn how to manage our emotions. So here we'll learn and practice tools to first dial down the intensity of any unwanted emotions, and then the tools to manage why they're there in the first place. And then near the end of the course, we get to prevention. So this is where we identify and start implementing some daily and lifelong systems to help prevent emotional hijacking in the first place. So to give you a little more detail about each of these, for our step one, understand this is where we start. Right before we can change how we respond to emotions, we have to understand what exactly we're working with. So, in this first part of the course, we'll explore what emotions actually are, why they exist, how they're not your enemy, but important messengers from your body and your brain. So, this part is all about building a strong foundation. When you understand how emotions work, you can shift your ability to respond to them instead of just reacting to them. Basically, you gain more control. Right. So then step two is manage. So once we've laid that foundation, we move into the meat of the course, which is learning how to manage emotions in the moment. So this is where it gets really practical. We're going to learn a lot of strategies and start building out your personal emotional toolkit, which will be full of techniques that you can use whenever your emotions are intense or overwhelming. So, here we'll cover body based tools like breathing techniques and physical actions that you can take to help calm your nervous system. We'll also look at skills to detect your emotions early so that you can work with your emotions before they spiral out of control. And then we'll also look at mental tools like thought reframing, compassionate self talk, mindfulness, some fact based situation assessments. These only work once your body is calmer. And so that's an important thing. These management tools follow a very specific order. First, we've got to learn how to notice the emotion early. Then we soothe the body once we've noticed what's happening, and only then do we move to the mental rethinking tools. So, why that order? Because trying to think strategically when your body's alarm system is blaring just doesn't work for most people. So, we will always calm ourselves first, and then we can think ourselves through the situation with a little bit of careful intention with our goals in mind. So this section here is all about practice. We'll try out the tools together, you'll practice it at home, and then you'll start to find which of the tools you like the most or that really work for you well. So then step three is prevention. So in this last part of the course, we shift from reacting to our emotions to trying to prevent some of the less desirable ones. So this is where we focus on building long-term emotional resilience, creating some buffers so that challenging or upsetting situations don't throw us so far off course. So here we'll talk about how to build daily and lifelong habits that help to support your nervous system and your overall wellness. We'll also look at how to address your unique vulnerability factors that can lead to emotional hijacking. And we'll look at how to set up a life where you're more lined up with your values so that you have more internal room inside whenever you need to manage the situations where stress tends to show up. So, this step is all about putting solid systems in place before things get hard so that when they do, you have the patience and the space to respond in the way you'd like. So I think of this section kind of like adding insulation to your house. Right? The weather outside still changes with the seasons and it can get intense, but inside you stay pretty consistent and comfortable. So our goal here in this section is to increase your internal steadiness so that managing emotions feels less overwhelming and less prone to shift with the weather. All right, so our whole roadmap can be summed up like this. We're going to understand, we're going to manage, and we're going to prevent. Each step builds on the one before it. First we build some insight, then we build some tools, and then we build your long term resilience. With the ultimate goal being that you can take back the driver's seat so you can feel more in control and better equipped to navigate whatever your life's natural ups and downs are and the emotions that will come with them. So if all this sounds good, you're in the right place. So let's get started.